Are you really wanting to get successful in something, in an area of your life, or maybe multiple areas? Well, today I want to share something that I found really helpful as a habit to success. And if you stay until the end, I have an extra point for you then as well. As always, if you want to connect me further on social media, then you can find my links in the show notes below. I was someone who used to be in their head a lot, and I'm still recovering from this. Now and then I catch myself, right? And I'd be getting results in some areas of my life and not others. And I started to notice patterns over time, especially as I got into personal growth. I was able to reflect back and understand what I was doing. I had coaches, I still have coaches to this day, and I just was able to reflect and understand more of what I was doing. And what I learned is this was one powerful thing that I realized when I'd be successful in things. My ability to make decisions fast and take actions reasonably fast as well, whilst embracing uncertainty. So I'll say that again. Being able to make decisions fast, informed decisions fast, of course, not like hesitating, but not like irrational things, and then take action fast and embrace uncertainty. And how you do that, I'm going to talk about that now. But ask yourself this: if you're someone like thinking about things, how's that helping you? Because I've totally been there. It gives me a headache and it doesn't help me move forward. So, and it also can be quite emotionally damaging if you get so caught in your head. So here's the points I want to share with you. First of all, know what you want, right? I've said this the last like 2-3 episodes, but it always comes back to the basics. Know what you want, not what someone else wants, but what do you want? What do you want? Okay. The second thing, ask yourself, what's the worst? So you need to know like the foundations of what you want, because else you're just caught into, I just want to go back to this first point again, else you're just being caught in this whole, like, I might do this, I might do that, all that sounds good. What do you want? You need to know what you want. What do you want in life? How much money do you want to make? I don't know, I started that one. What relationships do you want? What kind of career, business do you want, right? So first of all, you need to know what you want, and it might take a little time to figure out. Just make the decision to spend some time with yourself and look into what you want. The second one, what's the worst thing that can happen and the best thing that can happen, right? From it, right? So if you've got a decision that comes up, right, what's the best thing? So say you're investing in something. The best thing could be that you quadruple your business. The worst thing that could happen is that you spend $5,000 on something that doesn't serve you. And maybe you can afford it, maybe you can't, right? But then maybe there's £1 million or dollar opportunity come around, and the worst thing that can happen, you get £1 million in debt. Maybe that's a bit more of a risk and you don't want to take it, right? But yeah, again, it's about like that. Or maybe it's like speaking to someone you like, right? What's the best thing that can happen? They say yes, and you go on a date. Right, what's the worst thing? They said no. So what do you do, right? It's all about that risk and reward thing, right? Now, the third thing is, it's very similar, but does this support what I want, right? Coming back to like, this is what I want. Does this decision support what I want, or does it take me away from it? Okay. And then the fourth question is to ask yourself when making decisions is, can I make this happen? So it's like, can I make the financial investment happen? Or am I just coming out of excuses? Can I like make that holiday happen? Can I make this date happen? Can I make this social opportunity happen? Right? Again, it's about, can I make it happen? Like, is it actually possible for me to do? Not if you're a little bit, it's not about if you're a little bit fearful, oh no, I can't do it. It's just like, can you make it happen? So those are the questions I would keep asking yourself when you're going into decisions. Now, I've got a final thing I want to share with you as well. I want to mention, of course, again, that if you want to connect me more on social media, you can find my links in the show notes below. Now, the final question I want to ask you is this: what if I don't do this? Right? That can be a really powerful question. Okay, so maybe you're like, well, I don't make the investment, and you're like, wow, I'll just look for another one. But what if you don't make that one? What if you keep going through the years? You've got to go to the deepest pain here. What if you go through the years and you never take a chance on yourself? You never start your business. You never change your career. You never ask that person out. You end up lonely. You end up broke. You end up sad. You end up unfulfilled. sometimes bringing in the pain is an incentive for you to take action. So that can be a really powerful question as well. Tony Robbins does something around this called the Dickens process, where he really pulls out. I recommend going to a Tony Robbins event if you haven't already, called the Dickens process, where you really pull out what's the worst case scenario from your limiting beliefs, because that can really drive you to take action when you realize the pain of regret. So I appreciate you for being here, and remember to leave with your heart and not with fear.